So I want to go back to our favorite Congresswoman again, because there's just so much content. This woman was just elected. On one hand, you have Cori Bush, who's just accomplishing so much in her first week. On the other hand, you have our favorite Congresswoman, Lauren Boebert, I believe is her name, if I'm going to say it correctly. She has promised to carry her weapons into Congress. She reached a standoff with security after being asked to pass through a metal detector and leave aside her weapons. So my new favorite Congresswoman, Cori Bush, the truth and consequences lawmaker, she's a national treasure. Let's show her response to this.
There was a strange thing that happened on the floor tonight. I know you weren't there, but we've been getting reports. I think due to security concerns, which frankly are a little unnerving, which I think are some Democratic colleagues a little concerned about their Republican colleagues, there were magnetometers, metal detectors placed for members to pass through on entrance into the House chamber itself, so that members who are carrying, Lauren Boebert, freshman member who's very vocal about the fact she wants to carry, there was then a standoff and a bunch rushed around or rushed through, or one knocked over apparently a Capitol Police officer or bumped into a Capitol Police officer, I should be precise with my language, and have basically just evaded it and said, this doesn't apply to us. And I know you're not there. That's what we know so far. I mean, more facts, but just your reaction to that. Many of the people are the kinds of people I think that voted, to overturn the election as well.
So when I went in, I didn't see that take place. There was a line of people that were waiting to go through the metal detectors. So in the place where I was, people were just waiting in line, and we went through without incident. But for those that did that, first of all, we're talking about your job. Let's just look at it from the most basic level. If you work at McDonald's, you have to wear the uniform or you're not working today. If you are, wherever you are, when you're told this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, or you're not working. And I don't know, maybe it's because I don't know, have they ever had a job before? Also, how do you get on a plane? You have to go. So to say that this is against your rights, do you rush through and not go through the metal detectors when you're trying to get on a plane? Like, that's a bunch of bull crap. Again, that is them trying to push the limits as far as they can. We have Congress members who have said that they want to carry their guns on the House floor. We have Congress members who bring their guns to our office buildings. This is where we should feel safe, but you're bringing your guns to the office building. I don't feel safe around that. Many people don't feel safe with that. And you know what? If they won't abide by the simple things that this job calls for, then go find another one.
Amen.
I love her. That's the kind of consequences I would love for these people to face. Like, if you're not going to just abide by the rules of Congress, then why are you there? You should lose your job, or or at least you shouldn't be exactly as she said. You're not working that day. If you're not going to wear the uniform, you're not working today.
Dare I say, guys, let's think about something that's very important in this moment. We have a Democratic House, we have a Democratic Senate, and we have a Democrat for president. Now, if they go all soft and willy-nilly and forget about this moment as soon as we take control of the reins, then we know how problematic they are. But we can change this. Nancy Pelosi can literally say, all right, this is what we're passing today. And that law might have to be, guess what? In Congress, in my building that I control right now, and the building that I control right now, you cannot bring guns into it. And if you're not going to be able to be seated. And if you and you're not going to be able to vote for anything. Right. That is something that Congress can do. We black people in Georgia gave y'all a U.S. Senate. We black people in Georgia. I keep up bringing up black because I'm blackity black. But we keep on saving y'all behinds. So when Cori Bush says do something, just shut up and do it.
That's it.
I think you make the point of there's going to be complete control. And the reason why, again, Jim Jordan, who was on the floor of the House just screaming all day, someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's from Georgia, Lauren Boebert, she was in a swing district, actually, so we can get her out in 2022. But all these people feel confident that they can do this because they're so gerrymandered. Their seats are just Jim Jordan's looks like an actual duck. right? It's so gerrymandered. And down in Georgia, they're going to try and pass more voter suppression. They want voter ID on absentee ballots. I don't even know how you do that. And so with Democrats having power, they need to expand. They need to pass more voting rights, a better Voting Rights Act, and then expand the Supreme Court, because otherwise you can pass as many laws about what you got to wear on this. I think we got to do it, right away. No guns, obviously. You got to wear masks. You got to dress the part on the House floor. But unless Democrats expand the Supreme Court, pass more voting rights, more of these lunatics are going to keep coming in over and over and over again to the Congress. And look, Democrats only have a thin margin in 2022. They could easily lose. And the Speaker of the House could be like a QAnon person by 2026. That could easily happen. So unless they do something now with the power that they have, the party will be gone and sanity will be gone.
And I think that's ultimately what the Republicans, that's why Mitch McConnell's staff is whispering to the press that he's fine for impeachment, because they want to have their Republican Party, the Kevin McCarthy Republican Party. They want to block any of these Q people from joining because they can't, number one, they can't control them. And I mean, that's pretty much it. They can't control them and they don't want to have to rely on their votes. Thanks for watching and listening to The Nomiki Show. But remember to click like and subscribe on YouTube, and please share on social media. If you're not already a patron, please join us for as low as $5 a month on patreon.com/The Nomiki Show for early and special content. That investment makes a huge difference. We are not corporate media raking in the dough. It's really you guys that are keeping us going. So please consider being a patron. And to our current patrons, thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful to you. We also now have swag. So check us out on thenomikishow.com to get your mugs, your totes, and your stickers.